Dear students, in the last section we have studied the general Fourier series function, a periodic function. How can we write a periodic function in terms of Fourier series? In this section, we are going to study Fourier series for odd and even functions. Before studying Fourier series for odd and even functions, we should know first what is an odd function and what is an even function. If you can able to find a given function is whether an odd function or an even function, then solving Fourier series for that expressing Fourier given function in terms of Fourier series is very simple. So first let us see what is odd function. A function f of x is an odd function if f of minus x equal to minus f of x. F of minus x is equal to minus of f of x. If this condition is satisfied for every value x, then we can say that the function f of x is an odd function. Now we can give simple examples for odd function. F of x equal to x is an example for odd function. How can we say f of x equal to x is an odd function? Now let us take the domain R as the set of all real numbers. In the set of all real numbers, if we take x as a negative value, that is in particular if we are taking x equal to minus 3 and we are defining the function f of x equal to x. By applying this rule, f of x when x equal to minus 3, f of minus 3 will be equal to x, that is equal to minus 3. By the definition of the function given f of x equal to x, when x equal to minus 3, f of minus 3 is equal to minus 3. Now we have to show that f of minus x equal to minus f of x, then only this function is an odd function. So now if x equal to minus 3, f of minus x will become as f of minus 3, that is equal to f of 3. By the definition of f of x equal to x, this f of 3 is equal to 3. This 3 can be written as minus of minus 3, that is minus f of minus 3. Minus 3 is by this definition f of minus 3 is equal to f of minus 3. Therefore, this is equal to f of minus 3. Now, what is our x? X equal to minus 3. Therefore, this can be written as f of x. Now, f of minus x equal to minus f of x. Therefore, the function we define the defined function f of x equal to x is an example for odd function. Similarly, if we are taking x as a positive value, for any positive value, here in particular we are taking x equal to 3, then the definition for the given function is f of x equal to x. By using this definition, for x equal to 3, f of 3 will be equal to 3. Now we have to show that f of minus x equal to minus f of x. Now what is f of minus x? When x equal to 3, minus x equal to minus 3, f of minus 3. Here we can apply the definition of the function. Therefore, by f of x, since f of x equal to x, f of minus x equal to minus 3. Now this is equal to f of 3 equal to 3 when x is positive. Therefore, this 3 can be written as f of x. Therefore, minus f of x. Now f of minus x equal to minus f of x. So the function f of x equal to x is satisfying the condition f of minus x equal to minus f of x for every value in that real line. Here our domain is the set of all real lines from minus infinity to plus infinity. In general, f of x equal to x means when you are taking the value x as minus 1, then f of minus 1 is equal to minus 1. When you are taking x as minus 2, f of minus 2 is equal to minus 2, this point. When x equal to minus 3, f of minus 3 equal to minus 3. Similarly for the positive values. So this is the graph of the function for f of x equal to x. Since this function satisfies the condition f of minus x equal to minus f of x for every x belongs to R, we can say that f of x equal to x is an example for odd function. Similarly, f of x equal to x cube, f of x equal to x power 5, that is powers of all odd powers, are the examples of odd function. The next example, f of x equal to sin x. The trigonometric function sin x is also an odd function. If we are taking the values of pi by 2, 2 by 3 in x-axis, then defining the function f of x equal to sin x. For a particular value, if x equal to minus pi by 2, f of x equal to sin of minus pi by 2. What is the value for sin of minus pi by 2? Sin of minus pi by 2 is equal to minus 1. If we are taking minus pi by 2 here, then that values is equal to minus 1. Now, we have to show that f of minus x equal to minus f of x. Therefore, f of minus x is equal to, for x equal to minus 2, minus pi by 2, minus x will become as f of pi by 2, that is f of pi by 2 equal to sin of pi by 2, that is equal to 1. This one can be written as minus of minus 1, which is equal to minus our value f of x is equal to, that is f of x equal to sin of minus pi by 2 equal to minus 1. Therefore, this minus 1 is equal to f of x. So, we can replace this minus 1 as f of x. Now, f of minus x equal to minus f of x. Therefore, f of x equal to sin x is an odd function. Similarly, for taking the positive value, when x equal to pi by 2, f of x equal to sin of pi by 2, sin of pi by 2 is equal to 1. Now, f of minus x is equal to f of x. What is the value for x? X equal to pi by 2. Then f of minus x is equal to f of minus pi by 2. F of minus pi by 2 is nothing but sin of minus pi by 2, that is equal to minus 1. That is minus 1 is equal to f of x. Therefore, by using this condition, which can be written as minus 1 is equal to minus f of x. Therefore, since this function f of x equal to sin x satisfies f of minus x equal to minus f of x, it is an example for odd function. Similarly, we can define even function. Given function f of x is said to be even if f of minus x equal to f of x. While defining odd function, we see that f of minus x equal to minus f of x, but when f of minus x is equal to f of x, we can say that this function f of x is an even function. Here let us give me an example for given functions. F of x equal to x square, f of x equal to x power 4, that is all even powers of x are examples for even function. If we take x equal to minus 3 as before, here what is f of x? Our function f of x is defined as f of x equal to x square. Therefore, for the value x equal to minus 3, f of x will become as minus 3 the whole square, that is equal to 9. Now, f of minus x is equal to minus of minus 3 will become as 3. Therefore, f of 3 equal to 3 square. Therefore, f of 3 equal to 9. This 9 is equal to f of x. Therefore, f of minus x equal to f of x. Since this function f of x equal to x square satisfies the condition f of minus x equal to f of x, it is an example for even function. This is the graph for the even function. Similarly, we can prove f of x equal to x power 4. For the positive powers also, for the positive values, if you are taking x equal to 3, then also we can get f of minus x equal to f of x. Hence, f of x equal to x square, f of x equal to x power 4, all powers of even numbers are example for even function. In trigonometric functions, f of x equal to cos x is an even function. If x equal to minus pi by 2, this is a particular case, x equal to when minus, if you are taking x as a minus pi by 2, f of x equal to f of minus pi by 2. That is, f of minus pi by 2 means cos of minus pi by 2. What is the value for cos of pi minus pi by 2? It is 0. When x equal to minus pi, f of x equal to f of minus pi, that is equal to, here our function f is nothing but the cos, trigonometric function cos. Therefore, cos of minus pi. What is the value for cos of minus pi? Cos of minus pi is equal to minus 1. That is equal to cos of minus pi equal to minus 1. Now, f of minus x equal to, our value x equal to minus pi. Therefore, minus x is equal to pi. F of pi, here our function f is the trigonometric function cos. Therefore, cos of pi. What is the value for cos of pi? Cos of pi is equal to minus 1, which is equal to minus 1. But here minus 1 is equal to f of x. Therefore, minus 1 is equal to f of x. Now, f of minus x is equal to f of x. Hence, it is an example for even function. Similarly, for all the values, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, minus 2 pi, we can prove f of minus x is equal to f of x. So, f of x equal to cos x is an example for even function. Now, next, let us see another example. If f of x equal to x into sin x, here we already studied that f of x equal to x is an odd function and f of x equal to sin x is an odd function. Now, the product of two odd functions x and sin x will give an even function. F of x equal to x into sin x. Already x is an odd function, sin x is an odd function. Now, x into sin x is the product of two odd function. It will become as an even function. Here let us prove that x sin x is an even function. For a particular value x equal to pi by 2, f of pi by 2 equal to, our x is pi by 2. Therefore, here pi by 2 into sin x, that is sin of pi by 2. Sin of pi by 2 is equal to, sorry, this is sin of, that is cos sin of pi by 2, that is sin of pi by 2 will become as, this is a cos function, sin of pi by 2 is equal to 1. Therefore, pi into pi by 2, sin of pi by 2 into sin of pi by 2 is equal to pi by 2. It is a graph for cos function, not for sin function. Here sin of pi by 2 is equal to, as we know, sin of pi by 2 is equal to 1. Therefore, pi by 2 into 1 is equal to pi by 2. Now, we have to show that f of minus x equal to f of x. Therefore, we are considering f of minus x. F of minus x is equal to f of minus pi by 2, that is equal to, as per our definition. What is our definition? F of x equal to x into sin x. Therefore, f of minus pi by 2 equal to x is for x, which is equal to minus pi by 2. For sin x, it is sin of minus pi by 2, that is equal to minus pi by 2 into sin of minus pi by 2 equal to minus 1, which is equal to pi by 2. Therefore, f of, here our pi by 2 is equivalent to f of pi by 2. Therefore, that is equal to x, f of x. Now, f of minus x is equal to f of x. Therefore, x into sin x is an example for even function. Like this, we can justify, we can identify whether the given function is an odd function or an even function. Next, let us see what is the use of this identifying sin x and cos x. So, identifying an odd function and an even function. The following results shows that if we can able to identify a given function is an odd function or an even function, then expressing the given function in terms of Fourier series is very simple. The calculation will becomes very easy. For that reason only, next we are going to identify some results using these definitions of odd function and even function. As before we see, this is the definition for even and odd function. Next, with this even and odd function, we can see some properties of odd and even function. If f of x is an odd function, then integral minus a2 plus a f of x dx equal to 0. That means the integrand part f of x is odd, then the integral of f of x dx within the limit minus a2 plus is equal to any finite value. This is equal to 0. Similarly, if the given function f of x is an even function, then the integral will become as integral minus a2 plus a f of x dx is equivalently written as 2 into integral 0 to a f of x dx. By using these two properties, we can deduce the general given equation of Fourier series in a simple way. As we already studied in the previous section, the general equation of the Fourier series for the periodic function f of x is f of x is equal to a naught by 2 plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity a n cos n x plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity b n sin n x. Here this a naught, a n and b n are called Fourier coefficients. These Fourier coefficients can be calculated by using the previous results. That is a n equal to 1 by pi integral, if the range is from minus pi to plus pi, this is equal to a n equal to 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x cos n x dx. The Fourier coefficients a n can be calculated by using this result, a n equal to 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x cos n x dx. Now, if the given function f of x is an odd function, already we studied that cos nx is an even function. If the given function f of x is odd and cos nx is already an even function, therefore multiplication of odd and even function will become as odd function. Therefore, if f of x is odd, the integrand part of this integral will become as an odd function. As we studied a previous property, if this integrand part is an odd function, then the integral from minus a to plus a, here the a is equal to pi. Therefore, integral minus pi to plus pi f of x cos nx dx will become as 0 by using the previous property. Therefore, the whole coefficient value a n will become as 0. Therefore, without calculating this integral, we can write the coefficient a n is equal to 0 by just identifying the given function as an odd function. So, it will simplify our calculation part. Next, if f of x, the given function f of x is an even function, then what is the Fourier coefficient Bn? Bn equal to 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x sin nx into dx. So, in this formula, the integrand f of x sin x, what is this integrand f of x sin x? If f of x is an even function, already we know that sin nx is an odd function. Therefore, the multiplication of even and odd function will become as an odd function. Therefore, the whole integrand f of x sin nx will become as an odd function. Therefore, in this case also, the whole integral will become as 0. Therefore, in this case, if the given function f of x is an even function, then the Fourier coefficient Bn will become as 0. We can identify that the Fourier coefficient Bn is equal to 0 without calculating this integral part. Next, if f of x is odd, then f of x sin nx will become as even. Already sin nx is an odd function. If the given function f of x is odd, then the product of two odd function will become as an even function. Therefore, in the Fourier coefficient Bn, in this integral, the integrand f of x sin nx is an even function. In this case, we can apply the second property, that is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x sin nx dx. Therefore, the formula Bn is reduced to 2 divided by pi integral 0 to pi f of x sin nx dx. Similarly, if f of x is an even function, already cos nx is an even function, therefore f of x cos nx is an even function. Now, in this case, in the Fourier coefficient an, the integrand will become as an even function. Therefore, the whole integral can be reduced as 2 divided by pi integral 0 to pi f of x cos nx dx. Therefore, once again, we can see all the four results which can help to solve the given problem in an easier way. That is, in this first case, if f of x is odd, then f of x cos nx is odd function. Already cos nx is an even function. If f of x is an even function, then f of x sin nx is an odd function. So, in both cases, if f of x is odd, then an will become as 0. If f of x is an even function, then Bn is equal to 0. We can remember these two results. Otherwise, if f of x is odd, then f of x sin nx is an even function. In this case, Bn can be written as 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x sin nx dx. If f of x is an even function, in this case f of x cos nx is an even function. Therefore, an is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x cos nx. So, for finding the coefficients an, first if f of x is an even odd function, an will become 0. In finding the coefficient an, if f of x is an even function, it will become as 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x cos nx dx. Similarly, in finding the coefficients Bn, if f of x is even, then Bl will become 0. Then if f of x is odd, then it will be reduced as 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x dx. By using these four results, we can solve the problems easily as follows. First problem, express f of x equal to x. The range is given from minus pi to plus pi. Now we have to express the function f of x is equal to x in a Fourier series with period. The function is a periodic function with period 2 pi. Now given function f of x is x, as we seen before, we know that f of x is an odd function. Here, since f of x is an odd function into cos function, cos nx is an even function. Therefore, f of x into cos nx again will become as odd function. Therefore, the coefficients f of involving, that is a naught and an, the integrals involves f of x into cos nx. Therefore, the value a naught equal to 0 and an equal to 0. Simply, without calculating, without finding that integrals, we can guess the coefficients a naught and an is equal to 0. Here our part is only to find the Fourier coefficient Bn. Therefore, the general Fourier coefficient f of x equal to a naught by 2 plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity an cos nx plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx will be reduced as f of x equal to summation n equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx, because already a naught equal to 0 and an equal to 0. Therefore, the first two terms will become 0. the remaining third term is only bn into sin nx. So if we can able to find bn, then the problem is over. We can write the given function in terms of Fourier series. As usual, how to find bn? Bn equal to 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x sin nx dx. Now, since the given function f of x equal to x is an odd function and already sin nx is an odd function, multiplication of these two odd functions will become as even function. Therefore, we can write integral minus pi to plus pi as 2 into integral 0 to pi. Therefore, it will become as 2 divided by pi integral 0 to pi. Our f of x is x. Therefore, x into sin nx dx. So, as usual, we can write x into sin nx. By applying UV method, we can integrate x into sin nx dx from the integral 0 to pi. That is equal to 2 divided by pi x into x uv. V equal to, if we are taking sin nx dx as dv, then it will give us v as minus cos nx by n 0 to pi minus integral v du. After integrating this, we can get sin nx by n square. After applying the limit 0 to pi, we can get bn equal to 2 divided by pi into pi cos n pi divided by n. Sin n pi value will become as 0. Therefore, we have only the remaining part is this term. Now, bn equal to minus 2 into minus 1 whole to the power of n. You are taking this minus outside. We know that cos n pi equal to minus 1 whole to the power of n. Therefore, this is equal to minus 2 into minus 1 whole to the power of n divided by n. Therefore, substituting this value in general Fourier series, already we can get a naught equal to 0 and an equal to 0. The only bn is equal to minus 2 into minus 1 whole to the power of n divided by n. Therefore, substituting in the general term, our f of x equal to x. Therefore, x equal to 2 into summation n equal to 1 to infinity bn. What is bn? Minus 1 whole to the power of, here again 1 minus, therefore we can change this minus 1 whole to the power of n plus 1 divided by n into sin nx. So, without just by identifying the given function x as an odd function, without calculating the values of a naught and an, we can write simply a naught equal to 0 and an equal to 0. So, our problem is very simplified by finding only the value bn. Hence, x will become as x equal to 2 into summation n equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 whole to the power of n plus 1 divided by pi sin nx. This is the answer. We can write the function x in terms of Fourier series as like this. Next, let us see another problem. Next problem. Here the given function. First, you have to analyze the given function. What is the given function? F of x equal to minus x in the region minus pi to 0. Here the whole region is divided into two parts. In the first part, the function f of x assumes as minus x. But in the second region, 0 to pi, f of x takes the value x. Now, f of x equal to minus x from minus pi to 0 and f of x equal to x from 0 to pi. This given function is an absolute function. That means given function f of x is equivalent to mod x from minus pi to plus pi. We have to express f of x equal to mod x in terms of Fourier series from the interval minus pi to plus pi. Now, we have to check whether this function is an odd function or an even function. Now, f of x is equal to, when x equal to minus x, for negative values, f of minus x is equal to modulus of minus x, that will become as modulus of x. When x takes positive value, f of x is equal to f of minus x, that is equal to modulus of x. That is, f of minus x means we have to show that f of minus equal to f of x. It is an even function. Now, since f of x equal to f of minus x, we can say that the given function modulus of x is an even function. Once again, I am saying that by definition, f of x is equal to modulus of x from the given condition. If you take the value x as minus x, f of x equal to modulus of x. Similarly, f of x is equal to f of minus x. For f of minus x is also modulus of x. Therefore, for both f of x equal to modulus of x, f of minus x is equal to modulus of x. Therefore, f of x is equal to f of minus x. Hence, it is an even function. Therefore, modulus of x is an even function since it satisfies the condition f of x equal to f of minus x. Therefore, we can say that the given function is an even function. Since the given function is an even function, by using the previous results, we can say that the Fourier coefficient Bn will become as 0. Therefore, our only part is to find a0 and an to express the given function in terms of Fourier series. No need to find Bn because the Bn value is equal to 0. In this problem, we have to find only the Fourier coefficient a0 and the Fourier coefficient an. Then what is the formula for finding a0? a0 equal to 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x dx. Here, since the function assumes two different values in two different regions, we can split the given interval minus pi to plus pi as 0 to pi. That means, since it is an f of x equal to mod x is an even function, it will reduce as, which is equal to 2 divided by pi integral 0 to pi x dx. Our x is equal to modulus of x will become as x in the positive part 0 to pi. That is equal to 2 divided by pi. Integrating here we can get x square by 2. After applying the limit, it will become as pi. Therefore, the value a0 equal to pi. Similarly, we have to find the Fourier coefficient an. What is the formula for finding an? An equal to 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x cos nx dx. Here, f of x is equal to, given function f of x is an even function. Already cos nx is an even function. Therefore, f of x cos nx, the whole integrand is an even function. Thus, the integral minus pi to plus pi is written as 2 into integral 0 to pi. Therefore, that is equal to 2 divided by pi 0 to pi x cos nx dx. Next, as usual, by applying the UV method, we can integrate this, and after substituting the limits, we will get 2 by pi cos n pi pi n square minus 1 by n square, which is equal to cos 0 value will gives 1. Therefore, this is equal to 1 by pi n square. Next, what is cos n pi? That is equal to minus 1 whole to the power of n. Therefore, 2 divided by n square pi cos n pi value minus 1 whole to the power of n minus 1. We are taking n square commonly outside. Therefore, that is equal to 2 divided by n square pi into minus 1 whole to the power of n minus 1. Therefore, an equal to 2 divided by n square pi minus 1 whole to the power of n minus 1. Here, we have to check if the value n is an odd number, it will become as minus 1. In this case, here it is minus 1, therefore minus 2 into 2 minus 4 divided by n square pi, here this value. If n is odd, then an will become as minus 4 divided by n square pi. If this n is an even number, then minus 1 whole to the power of n will become as 1, then 1 minus 1 will become 0, therefore totally it will become as 0. Therefore, for the even numbers, an is equal to 0, that means a2 equal to 0, a4 0, a6 0 and so on. For odd numbers, a1, a3, a5 and so on, an equal to minus 1 whole to the power of n square pi. Therefore, substituting these values, we can get f of x equal to our a naught equal to pi. Therefore, pi by 2, a naught by 2 is equal, will become as pi by 2 minus an. For n even numbers, all the coefficients are 0. Therefore, only for odd values we can get minus 4 divided by pi into n square, that is cos x by 1 square plus cos 3x by 3 square plus cos 5x by 5 square and so on. Hence, for the given function, f of x equal to modulus of x can be expressed in terms of Fourier as like this, as pi by 2 minus 4 by pi into cos x by 1 square plus cos 3x by 3 square and so on. Okay, next let us see another problem. The next problem is f of x equal to x square. The given function f of x equal to x square in the whole domain minus pi to plus pi. As we already seen, f of x equal to x square is an even function. F of x is an even function. Therefore, the Fourier coefficient Bn will become 0. In this problem also, it is enough to find the Fourier coefficients a0 and an. Bn is already 0. Therefore, to find an equal to 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x dx. That is equal to this function f of x is an even function. Therefore, minus pi to plus pi will become as 2 into 0 to pi f of x dx. Here our f of x is equal to x square. Therefore, after integrating, it will becomes x cube by 3. Limit is 0 to pi. Therefore, 2 pi square by 3 is the value for a0. a0 equal to 2 divided by 3 into pi square. Next, our aim is to find an. As usual, an equal to, since the given function f of x is an even function, the whole integrand will become as even. Therefore, minus pi to plus pi will become as 2 into 0 to pi. An equal to 2 divided by pi into integral 0 to pi f of x cos nx dx. That is equal to 2 pi pi integral 0 to pi. Our f of x is equal to x square. Therefore, x square into cos nx dx. After integrating, we can get x square into cos nx equal to sin nx. If we take cos nx as dv, then v is equal to sin nx by n minus 2 into integral v du. V is equal to sin nx by b, du equal to 2x. You can take 2 outside. Therefore, it will give x into sin nx by n into dx. Once again, we have to integrate this part. After integrating this and after substituting the limits, we will get 2 pi into cos n pi divided by n square. This value will become 0 for the value upper limit pi and also for the lower limit 0. This sine function will become as 0. Therefore, the whole part will become as 0. The remaining part is cos n pi divided by n square. Pi pi will cancel. Therefore, 4 divided by n square into cos n pi, which is equal to 4 divided by n square. As already known, cos n pi equal to minus 1 whole to the power of n. Therefore, substituting the values of a0 and an, the Fourier series for the function x square will become as pi square by 3 plus 4 into summation n equal to 1 to infinity. An value is 4 divided by n square minus 1 whole to the power of n. We can take 4 outside, therefore which is equal to cos nx. Hence, the Fourier series expression for the function x square is x square equal to pi square by 3 plus 4 into summation n equal to 1 to infinity minus 1 whole to the power of n square into cos nx. And one more problem. Find the Fourier series to represent the function f of x equal to mod sin nx from the region minus pi to plus pi. Here also we have to check the given function f of x is an odd function or an even function. As already studied, sin x is an odd function, but modulus of sin nx is an even function. Therefore, the Fourier coefficient Bn is equal to 0. Since the given function f of x equal to mod sin x is an even function, then the Fourier coefficient will become Bn will become as 0. Therefore, the general Fourier expression can be reduced to f of x is equal to mod sin nx, our given function modulus of sin nx. Therefore, mod sin nx is equal to a0 by 2 plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity an cos bnx. The third term bn is 0. Here also we have to calculate only a0 and an. As usual, a0 equal to 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x dx. Here our function f of x, that is modulus of sin nx, is an even function. Therefore, integral minus pi to plus pi is reduced as 2 to integral 0 to pi. Our f of x equal to modulus of sin nx. Here the region is from 0 to pi, therefore mod sin nx will become as simply sin nx, that is sin x into dx. Therefore, after integrating and applying the limit, we will get 4 divided by pi as our value a0. a0 equal to 4 divided by pi. Next we have to calculate the Fourier coefficient an. So, for finding an equal to 1 by pi integral minus pi to plus pi f of x cos nx dx. Here our f of x is modulus of sin nx, that is an even function. Already cos nx is an even function. Therefore, modulus of sin nx into cos nx is an even function. Hence, minus pi to plus pi is written as 2 into 0 to pi. This is equal to 2 by pi integral 0 to pi modulus of sin nx cos nx dx. In this region 0 to pi, this modulus of sin nx is equal to sin x. Sin x, modulus of sin x is equal to sin x. Therefore, sin x into cos nx dx. By using the formula 2 into cos a sin b equal to sin a plus b minus sin a minus b, we can write this as 1 by 2 sin a cos b is equal to sin of a plus b, that is sin of n plus 1 into x minus sin of a minus b. Here our a is equal to n, therefore sin of n minus 1 into x into dx. Then as usual we can integrate. Cos sin of n plus 1 into x, integrating will becomes minus cos of n plus 1 x by n plus 1. Similarly, sin of n minus 1 into x integral of this function will become as cos of n minus 1 of x divided by n minus 1. integral 0 to pi. Then again using this part, a plus b, a minus b formula, cos of a plus b means cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, cos of a minus b equal to cos a cos b plus sin of sin a sin b. Using this formula for sin np equal to 0 and the remaining part is an equal to 1 by pi minus cos n pi into cos pi divided by n plus 1 plus cos of n pi cos n pi divided by n minus 1 for applying the first upper limit for this function. Next, similarly, cos 0 will become as 1. This is equal to 1 by n plus 1. Again, applying the lower limit, it will become as minus 1 by n minus 1. Then after simple calculations, cos n pi equal to minus 1 whole to the power of n, cos pi equal to minus 1. After substituting this limit and simplifying this, we can get the last result as 1 by pi integral, that is 1 by pi into minus 2 minus 1 whole to the power of n minus 2 divided by n square minus 1. If you are taking 2 outside, minus 2 divided by n square minus 1 into pi into 1 plus minus 1 whole to the power of n. If n is an odd number, then it will become as minus 1, then 1 minus 1 will become as 0. Therefore, for the odd numbers, an is equal to 0. When n takes the even number, it will become as 2. 1 plus 1, 2. Therefore, 2 into minus 2 minus 4 divided by n square minus 1 into pi. Hence, when n is an even number but not equal to 1, when n equal to 1, it will become as infinity. The denominator will become as 0. Therefore, for the value n not equal to 1, an equal to minus 4 divided by n square minus 1 into pi. For the remaining other values for n is odd, it will become as 0. So we have to find a1 separately in this problem. a1 is equal to 0 sin x cos nx, that is equal to sin 2x by 2. After integrating this, applying the limit, we can get the value as 0. Therefore, a1 equal to 0. a0 equal to 4 divided by pi, a1 equal to 0 and a3, a5, a7 equal to 0. The remaining values for n is even, an equal to minus 4 divided by n square minus 1 into pi. Using these values, the Fourier series for modulus of sin x will become as mod sin x is equal to a0 value, a0 divided by 2. Therefore, here a0 equal to 4 pi pi. Substituting, we can get 2 by pi pi plus an equal to, for the even numbers, that is n equal to 2, 4, 6, etc. up to infinity, it will become as minus 4 divided by pi into n square minus 1 into cos nx. After substituting the values for n and expanding, we can get 2 divided by pi minus 4 by pi into cos 2x by 3. 4 minus 1 by 3. Next, for the values of 4, it will become as 15. Denominator will become as 15. Cos 4x by 15 plus cos 6x by 35 plus etc. Therefore, for f of x equal to modulus of sin x, this mod sin x is written in terms of Fourier series as like this. If the function f of x is sin x or f of x is equal to x into sin x, we have to calculate a1 and b1 separately, because the denominator n square minus 1 into pi will become as 0. Therefore, we should note it carefully. Like this, we can solve the Fourier series. At this, we can express the given function in terms of Fourier series in a simple way by identifying the given function f of x is whether an odd function or an even function. Thank you.